Good morning, friends. After a long gap, nearly about the 25 days we are meeting, and as you know that I have already posted some videos and related uh, some material that I have got the National Teacher Award. It is only due to your good wishes, the blessings of our seniors, and the God grace. It is the cumulative effect that I have got this opportunity to say this thing, that I am at that particular stage where I can deliver more to the society. Now, as you know that in the last video we were doing the OSI model and the physical layer and the data link layer were already been completed, and we promised you that the next topic, the network layer, will be the backbone of the OSI model, and it is a very crucial one also, because needs this particular layer needs the more concentration, more specific studies, more objective type of concentration has to be given on this particular topic. That's why we break the our continuation, our video uploading, and give the very beautiful time spent to you, that you can revise and get the certain type of the you can say the knowledge about the particular topic which were already been discussed. Before starting with the networking and network layer, I would also go in the back and revise the topic, that in the physical layer we were discussing all the physical aspect in the network. In the data link layer we would discuss that how the data is flow, and the stream which was considered in the physical layer of the data is called the Morse code. Now in the data link layer it will become the frame. The flow control was there, the error detection was there, the host to host communication was already been discussed over there. The two sub layers, the logical link layer and the MAC layer, we also discussed. Now we are just proceeding to our next topic, and which is network layer. Let's come to this particular topic. Already we have discussed the first two layer. First two means we are on the receiving end. When we are at the receiving end, the layer number is changed. When we are at the sender end, the sender host, then again the layer numbering is changed. I have already discussed, so no need to be go specific to this again and again. So as you know, as I already told you, that the network layer is the backbone of the network. So keeping in mind of this particular thing, first of all we should know how it is a backbone. Actually we are going to establish a network, and this is the name of this particular layer is also network. That means there is some specific about this particular network. Some specific terminologies are to be considered in this particular network. Now, from where the data is coming in the network, and to up to what particular host, at what particular destination this particular uh, data is to be destinated, is considered in this particular layer. Already we have discussed the MAC layer, MAC particular addressing in the data link layer, which is the physical addressing, which is the permanent type of addressing. And already I have told you that the certain international organization has given this particular addressing, which is unique, is permanent, cannot be changed in any particular circumstances. But as far as the network layer, there is again another type of addressing. Yes, you know, it is the IP addressing, the internet protocol addressing. So if we consider the main features involved in network layer, what applications is to be considered in this particular network layer is number one, path determination. Number two, routing. Number three, logical addressing. These are the three main features which is to be considered and handled by this particular layer. That's why the main importance is given on this particular layer. Yes, you know that the router which is a device is used to connect the two network. If I am saying in the simple word, that when we are going to establish an internet, that router is needed. That router is being discussed over here, the routing. What is the routing, what is the routing table, what is the routing algorithm, all these terminology will be discussed over here. But first of all, we have to discuss the path determination terminology. Path means when we are saying that we are in a particular internet or particular network which is again connected with the router, and when the router is connecting to network, it becomes the internet. That at the particular internet, at one particular computer want to send some data, some information to another computer hosting in particular another network. So there should be some mechanism that this particular things to be accomplished, that data transfer is to be accomplished. Then no doubt that some technique should be there, that which involve about the which says about the addressing of these particular computers. So as we are just giving you the example, the computer number A, computer number B, but it is not the case in the computer networking. So there is another technology, that a mechanism is over there, that a particular computer, apart from its address, a physical address, a computer is also being given a address, and this address is called IP address. So addressing is also to be logical address already we have discussed. So this particular thing, the logical addressing, is to be studied over here. First of all, we are just starting with the path determination topic. What is the path determination? So when we are going to transfer a data from one computer to another computer, those computers should have a particular address, and that the root of that particular data transfer is to be, first we have to fetch out. What will be the things or points you should remember that the data is to be transferred? Of course, it should be a fastest path, the economical one. There is no such a hurdle that the data is transferred with certain type of hurdle or obstacles should not be there. So for getting that particular smooth path, if this is a computer and this computer wants to communicate with this computer, and maybe there is a switch, many computers are there. Similarly, another network, and these networks are connected by this particular router. This computer and this computer. This is this one and this one. Now over here, this is a network, this is another network, and this is the whole network consisting of 4 computers. Because the router originates a network, switch generates a particular network. So here 3 networks are there, and because 3 networks are there, these networks are connected by the router, and this routing, the routing from this particular computer to this computer is being determined either by dispatch or by some another path can be there. But first of all, we have to discuss, and rather we have to discuss, it is the responsibility of the network layer that the economical path is to be considered and how this particular task is to be completed. This is the responsibility of the network layer. Topic related to the virtual circuiting. Virtual circuit means VC. A computer in a 3 particular steps connect to the another computer, and the data transfer is accomplished with that particular 3 topics, 3 steps. First step is call establish, call initiated. It is called the handshake. First of all, one computer which is in the network, router is there, some another computer is there to which it want to communicate, and this is the sender one. So this computer first of all make a call, call initiate, and this particular call is being received by this particular system, this particular computer. A call is initiated with this computer, and over here incoming call is been informed that when the call is first step is this computer is saying that the call is been, the computer has been initiated, the call is been received, or incoming call has been received. So another step will be second step. This particular computer in the second step sends some call connected information. In first step, it initiated a call only, which was informed by the destination computer that this particular call has been received by me. In another step, in the second step, the call has been established. Connection, what we saw, say the connection has been established with another request, and same in the second step, the completion of the call is informed to the sender computers. This is the second step. When these two particular call accepted, there is another terminology, accepted. Call established or the completed. So when these 2 steps has been completed, the third and the most important step will be the data transfer. Data transfer, and the data, when the data is been completely received, then another acknowledgement is sent back to the computer. Now in these three steps, the data is being transferred to one computer to another computer, and wherever these two computers in a network, in an internet is situated, doesn't matter, because the path determination and the economical path determination is the application part of the network layer. So how this particular thing has to be established? There is a concept of the virtual circuiting. This is an abstract view of the computer. This is the abstract feature of the computer which establishes the connection, and in these three steps the data is being transferred from one computer. When the data is completed, when the data transfer is completed, and again this VC is tear down, the connection has been turned down. This is the concept. When another time we want to send the data, then another virtual circuit will establish, and then again the data transfer will be there, and again that tearing of this circuit will be established. So there is no proper type of permanent type of connection. It is only the virtual connection which is established several times in between the two computers whenever they want to communicate with each other. So we say it is the virtual circuiting concept. I think you have got all the things, and the path determination is also initiated in this way. So path determination is very important, and it is the application, it is the responsibility of the network layer, which is the responsible for establishing this particular circuiting. As already we have discussed, the routing algorithm exact should be algorithm. It is a programming type of approach. It is the planning that what particular circuiting, what particular path, what particular economical path is being determined by this computer, and there are many protocols working behind this, like BGP, Border Gateway Protocol. There are IRGP, Internet Routing Gateway Protocol. Then there is OSPF, Open Sorted Path First. There are so many other. RIP is also there. Routing Information Protocol. These are the algorithms which are useful for giving the suggestion that what particular routing, what particular route is to be established for transferring this particular data, and when this particular path is been established, then again the virtual connection is established. Only the path is determined, and when the path is determined, how the virtual circuit is to be established. But this is the topic of the path determination. So routing and the path determination for smooth conduction or smooth transfer of the data is the responsibility of the network layer. So this was all the theoretical type of part, but the most important thing is the logical addressing. Now we have already discussed in the data link layer that there is a concept of a MAC address. MAC address was a 48-bit of address, 24 by given by the vendors, 24-bit by given by the IEEE, the International Standard of Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. So it is an international organization which lay down the rules for smooth conduction of the network across the world. So because a computer, a mobile phone, iPad, whatever the computing device, whatever the device, networking device involved in a network, have a unique specific type of MAC address, and this cannot be duplicated in another machine. But our motive with this particular physical type of network, with this particular physical addressing is not accomplished, because our computer, our laptop, our mobile can be connected in multiple type of network, and for that, behaving in scenario with that particular network, the network address should also be changed according to the network in which it is to be established, or it is to be connected. So for that concept, there is a concept that a particular computer, rather it has its or physical address, because depending on the network in which it is connected, its address should be dynamic. It should be changing according to that network. So that was the concept of the logical addressing. And logical, when I am saying the logical addressing, simply I am talking about the IP address. It is the most important feature or application provided by the network layer. Now, this is the network layer. Above it, there is a transport layer. And below this, there is a data link layer. We already discussed. Over here, we were discussing about switching. Before this, there was physical layer, and over there we were handling with the device as hub. Over here we are using router, L3 switch, or what we say the router. Router is used for the connecting the two networks. Two network means again internet connection is to be accomplished by the router. Two sub layer concept